What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and we're finally going tubeless. Alright guys, so I actually just brought my bike in. After I did the unboxing, I actually brought the bike back into the shop because if you guys watched one of my previous videos, the chain had skipped between the #1 gear and into the actual wheel back here. So I brought it in so that they could do a kind of checkup on it, alignment, make sure that everything was working. And they fixed they did kind of did a little tweaking on the derailleur, so I'm hoping we're all good now. And now it's time to actually go tubeless. All right, guys, so I apologize for the garage. My garage is a mess right now. I see all these videos. Everybody has these amazing garages, and they're all clean, and they're set up specifically for exactly what they want to do. And I do not have that. I have a regular person's garage, which is a mess. It's filled with my quad's over there. My son's quad is here. You know, I got a generator. I got a whole bunch of stuff. So sorry about that. There's also a cricket in here that's making a lot of noise. So hopefully you guys don't hear that. But what we're going to start with is that we're going to take this back tire off first. And just so you know, I checked the direction. The direction actually points down. This is the way that it spins when you flip over. So we want to make sure we have the direction right. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually flip the clutch on the derailleur. Let's get the wheel ready first. So first we're going to actually do this so this can come off easily. And we're going to flip this over, get the chain off. I'm going to pull this out. All right, guys, so I got the wheel off. Direction is pointing that way. But the first thing we're going to do is actually let the air out of this. Oh, I can feel that. Oh, yeah, that tire loosened up immediately. So I'm going to take this off. And then we're going to just pop this tire out. And I don't even need new park tools to do that. So this just comes right out. It's my hand. Yes, this is a very flimsy sidewall. Now I know why it's not tubeless ready. Then we're going to make sure that this we pull out. So this is the tube that's inside right now. We're going to get that out. Because we're going to save that tube, we're going to carry it with us just in case we ever need it. All right, so let's pull the tube out. Okay, the tube we're going to save. I'm going to put it over on the side. And then the wheel is going to come off. All right. So yeah, this wheel is extremely flimsy. So you guys can see this. This is just, yeah. So I'm going to put that over to the side. And then, so this right here, this built-in tape. So this is a tape that's on here, but it's not tape for sealing for tubeless. This needs to come off, and then we're going to put our new tape on. So let me just... Yep, that's it. It's a little tight. Once you get it over, it's good to go. Okay. Put that over to the side. So, all right, so I'm going to work on this wheel on the floor here. So the first thing I need to do is that I need to clean this. And this actually looks really clean. I mean, you can see that this hasn't really been, you know, there's been no kind of sealant or anything put in here. So this is very clean if you look in here. But I'm still going to go over it. So let me get a little bit of the denatured alcohol. All right, so I just put a little bit on my rag. I'm just going to wipe this down. Doesn't seem like there's a lot on there, but there is. Should be good. Now here is where or press the valve goes. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start taping about here, go all the way up around, overlap, and go to about here. So let's get the tape and start taping. All right, guys, so here's the tape. Let's see, where does it start? So like I said, I'm going to start 1, 2 past there, so I'm going to start right in the middle here. We're going to get it right down in there. Right down, really nice. The idea is that we want to pull tight with this and get it down in the middle. And then we'll go back and really try and seal it down. People do this in the videos and it seems easy. And I'm doing it and I'm pulling it. It's not, so I thought it'd be a little bit stretchy. They make it seem like the tape's gonna be a little bit stretchy, and it's not that stretchy. Sorry, I'm putting the wheel on some rubber down here so it's not just scraping on the floor. Get it just in the middle right now. We'll go back around and seal it down all the way through. Because this is what you need in order to get that seal so the air doesn't leak. All right, I got my knife. I'm going to cut this just past where I want to go. Put that to the side. All right, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to really push this down and make sure that it's... All right, guys, I went over this a few times, and it looks pretty good. So, I mean, there's little spots that I'm kind of just trying to push down. There's little air bubbles in here. So one of the things is that they say, some people immediately that have done this before that have wheels that are tubeless ready and everything, they will put the sealant in before they even get the tire to properly get the bead set. So what we're going to do is that we're going to actually set the bead, fill it up with air, and then we're going to let that sit overnight so that it puts pressure on the tape. Make sure that it holds there. As long as it does, then we're going to put the sealant in tomorrow. So we're going to use one of Muc-Off stickers on here. The sticker is to keep the other stuff down. So let's put this at a little bit of an angle. Put it in there. Nice. So we got that in there now. Very cool. So I think I actually wanted to put the tape this way, but I ended up going the other way. So hopefully that's not an issue, but it shouldn't be because this is good here. I feel good about that. So now we need to make the hole and press the valve in. So I'm going to leave on the standard rubber grommet that it came with. There's a bigger one that you can put on and then a different shape one. However, this one seems to be good. We'll see when I put it in here. So I'm just gonna make a tiny cut here. And let this do all the work. And you wanna know what? I think I'm gonna take the core out. Let me take the core out real quick and then I'll push it through. All right, so I took the core out. I'm just gonna shove this through. That seems to be pretty good. It's a pretty good size. So that's through. Now we have this other little rubber piece that goes on here. Then we have this. We're going to screw this down nice and tight. All right, so we're there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to push down here. And then I'm going to tighten that up. Make sure we got it really good. I'm only going to do it finger tight though. We don't want to, bend this or break it or anything like that. This right here. I think that's pretty good. Now this one you can actually fit a hex in here, I believe. And then you can really hold on to it if you need to. But this It should be good for us. So now next is the tire. Let me grab the tire. All right, so here's our Maxxis Rekon. So what we need to do is get the direction correct. What we want to do is that we want to put the logo right by the Presta valve so that we know where it is. I was watching a video and somebody said, if you don't do that, people will know that you're new. But I don't think it really matters. All right, so here we go. If you guys can see that, here's the rotation going that way. We got one side on. Now we need to get the other side. So I don't even need the tools to get that in there. So this looks like it's smashed a little bit, but so this looks a little bit tight because it's the 2.4 on here. So what we're gonna try and do is that we're gonna see if one of my air pumps works. All right, guys, so I got my Milwaukee pump. I have no idea if this is gonna be able to fill it up or not and get the bead to pop, but we're gonna try. We got it at 35 PSI and we'll see what happens. All right, this doesn't seem to be working. So the tire's on, right direction. Can't get it to fill up. I don't have a good enough pump. Try this one more time. All right, guys, so I was not able to get the bead to pop with my Milwaukee pump. So if anybody's wondering if their Milwaukee pump is gonna get the bead to pop, nope, it does not, no matter how hard I tried. I'm gonna have to come up with a different solution so that tire's still flat. However, the show must go on. So what we're gonna do is that we're actually gonna let the air out of the front tire and we're gonna get the DHR II on there. And then tomorrow I'm gonna have to work out how to get air in these. All right, we're just gonna take the wheel off. This one's a little bit tighter than the back one, interesting. But I can still do it by hand. Don't need the tool. Put that around. Get the tube out. The tire off, put it to the side. Do this again with just our hands. So guys, I am like 1,000,000 degrees right now. I'm kind of upset about not being able to fill up that back tire, getting the bead pop. I really couldn't get any air in it with the Milwaukee, so that was just a bad idea. But let's get this one all ready. So wherever I have to bring it to get it filled up, I can bring both of them, get them popped, and we'll be good to go. Hopefully. Let's get this clean. All right, so here's where our Presta valve goes. We're gonna go 2 up, so I'm gonna start about here. And we're gonna overlap coming around. So now we're gonna go back over this and make sure that this is nice and sealed down. All right, we're gonna put our Muc-Off sticker on. Sticker to hold down the sticker. All right, so we're gonna put in a tiny cut for the Presta valve right here. Just a little one. And then we're going to push this through. That looks good. Let's see if we can get this other tire on. That's on, but I'm not gonna be able to fill it up. All right, guys, we got the tires on. Got the press the valves in. We got Maxxis lined up with the press the valve. Can't get them filled up with air, so a little bit of a fail there. So I gotta work that out tomorrow. I'm tired. It's after 11 o'clock at night. Kind of feel like a little bit of a failure here, but we're gonna get it going. We'll get it working. See you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's the next day. And last night, I didn't finish off well. Couldn't get the tires to seat. And if you look here, this is still the old Presta valve, which means I put the tubes in. So today, I went out and I went to a gas station. I went to a Wawa, actually, and tried to use the pump there. And that pump was terrible. Couldn't put pressure in there. So I got a recommendation to purchase a specific hand pump, that one. And I still couldn't get them to seat. I just can't get them to catch on. So I feel like a little bit of a failure. I'm not giving up yet. I do have the tubes back in there, but that's okay because I want to ride it. So the new tires, that's really the big thing, right? The tires are the big thing. And while I want to go tubeless, and I'm going to go tubeless still, that's going to be a to be continued, part 4 maybe. But for now, I just want to ride these tires. I want to get out. So I had these just in my front yard, took them out into the grass, trying to get some speed and then cut some really tight turns just through the grass. These tires are like night and day versus the old one. They gripped so well, just in grass. And I know I got to get them out on the dirt and rocks and everything. But so far, these things are amazing. So if you want to see kind of the space, 2.4 in the rear, more than enough room in the frame here. So that's no issue. Down here, it's a little bit tighter. You can see. Down there, it's a little bit tighter. So 2.4 is no issue. Up front, it's 2.4, also no issue. You can see it's definitely a little bit tighter in here and in here. But it fits no problem. The treads on these things are insane. So right now I actually do have them, I put in a little bit extra air in them to try and make sure that the tire gets used to kind of sit, the beads seat properly. I'm hoping that that helps so that when I go back and try this again, that will be all good. It'll be a little bit easier. Now, the other thing that I did is that I went on to Facebook page, one of the bike pages in my area, and I had multiple people offer to let me come use their compressor. So that's going to be another step that I might take. I mean, I could always bring it to the local bike shop, but I don't want to be that guy walking to the bike shop and be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Help me out. A little scratched here, huh? Anyway, so I prefer to kind of do it myself versus bringing it to the bike shop. But we'll see what happens. I mean, right now it looks good. The tires work, right? It's just not tubeless. And I haven't had a problem with the tubes yet. It would have been nice to have the tube as a spare in case something happened to the tire while I was there. I don't have a spare tube. But you want to know what? I'm going to ride them like this because I want to ride the tire. So I'm excited. So guys, right now, I guess this isn't the completion. This is a next stage. Got the new tires. I do have the tape on the wheels to go tubeless. I have all the parts to go tubeless. I just can't make it happen yet. I got to get a little bit better at seating the bead. So, to be continued. Part maybe that'll be part 5. Part 4 is probably going to be me just getting these tires out onto the trail and talking about it a little bit. Talking about how they do, how happy I am with them. I'm assuming I'm going to be happy with them. And then the part after that will be trying to get back to tubeless. But yeah, I'm going to ride them as is. So, sorry guys, I failed. I'm a little bit unhappy about failing Not used to that, but you wanna know what? This is just the next step, and I'm gonna get there. So guys, thanks for watching. Keep watching the videos. There's definitely more to come, and I will talk to you guys soon.